Well, after being rained on in Katowice for 2 days, I am taking a train back to the south. And one of the cool things about Europe, when you buy a train ticket, you have all the way up until midnight the day of. So I had to switch trains. And right now, this is the town of Zywiec. And if you've heard that name before, it's because there's a brewery here and they make a Zywiec beer. So I'm walking down into the centrum as I continue to head south in Poland. I have, if I would have made my connection, it was only like a 5-minute stopover, but there are trains going into the south of Poland on the border with Slovakia almost every hour. So I figured I would hop off, walk around here for a little bit, explore. Zywiec is a town of about 40,000 people, according to Wikipedia. So I'm probably just maybe about a half kilometer away from the train station. And I'm going to walk over this bridge, follow the sign into the city center, and see what the little town of Zywiec looks like. Come along. All right, here we go. So looking back into the area I just walked through, that town, at the top of that sign, Z-W-A-R-D-O-N, Zvardon maybe, that's where I'm heading to this afternoon. This river is a tributary to the Vistula River, and the Vistula River runs through Krakow. Matter of fact, my cousin and I took a boat cruise on the Vistula a couple of years ago, and that was quite a fun evening. Looks like the storms earlier have added a little bit of contaminant to the water here. Some floating pieces of rubbish, and you see some broken branches and tree limbs and things like that. Get a little bit further down, looks like the right over that little bump in the water there, maybe like a little concrete pillar or something. Get a little rapids as it flows that direction. Off in the distance, some mountains. You see the clouds kind of hanging over, but they look like they're breaking up at this point from earlier in the day when we had some pretty heavy downpours, especially up in the Katowice area. Woke up this morning to rain that began sometime overnight, and really didn't slacken up until I got on the train to come this direction. There is a brewery museum here in this town dedicated to the Zywiec brewery, of course. Down that way looks like a little bit of shopping. I see the JYSK store, which is like a home furnishing store, Scandinavian inspired. And up here I see I think it's going to be a roundabout, so we'll have to go up and around and to the left. And I think that will kick us down towards the centrum. So I'll continue to walk that along. Just wanted to kind of show the river and the bridge here. Piccolo Burger. Best Piccolo Burger. Not a lot happening there right now. It is about, oh hell, we're almost going to 5 p.m. I think. Yep, a little bit after 5. So lunch is over, but nobody there for the dinner crowd. So we'll zip around the roundabout and come back when we get to the center. From Zywiec in Poland. Kind of interesting on the way down into the city center, this little thatched roof building. It's a family dining restaurant. Karczma Zywiecka is what I had read. Certain that I'm not saying that 100% correctly. Bust my way across here. I was looking at the menu online. There you go. And soups were anywhere from about €2 to €3. Onion soup, broth with noodles, things such as that. And some of the main dishes were anywhere from about 8 to 12 euros, so very affordable and very interesting to check out. Got a nice little patio out here that you wanted to dine outside. It's covered, so if it was raining, you would not have to fear getting wet. A little lane back there, that's all part of it too, it looks like, with the Coca-Cola umbrellas. Looking a little water wheel right there. Very cool. What a nice little kitschy design there. So the sign said Centrum this direction, and that is the direction we will go. More coming from Zywiec. And as I'm walking through the town of Zywiec, I come upon the Church of St. Cross, and a very cool looking architecture here. Reminds me a little bit of Romania, with the real steep rooftops, and just the design looks kind of Romanian to me. Let's go around to the side. Got that really steep decline from the rooftop there. Just a small little church right off the main drag here, but I thought it was worth coming over to take a look at. Not much open in the town of Zywiec past 5 p.m. A couple of restaurants that I passed, and that's really been about it. So I think the center of town is going to be right where that church steeple is, and it looks like it'd be up and around to the right. So we will head that direction and look for the centrum of Zywiec. Every town in Europe has a center. Let's hope Zywiec is no different. Coming back. I think it's safe to say that the town of Zywiec has a very good transit system. There are buses coming and going every couple of minutes. For a town of this size, that's pretty impressive. They also have a very good Żabka network. I think from the train station down here, maybe a little over a kilometer I've walked, possibly. Probably 5 Żabkas. Okay, let's see. Looks like I can go another bus. I'm going to go ahead and cross and go this direction, I believe. Yeah, we got like cafes and looks like restaurants up that direction. My guess is might just make a big circle into the center. I'm getting some looks from the locals. Probably not a lot of people stopping in Zywiec to film their town very often. But hey, when you got some time and a train ticket that allows you to kind of hop on, hop off, why not? Maybe people eventually want to come visit the lovely town of Zywiec. There's our main cathedral. Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to be kind of right in my prediction that I'll be able to cut through the center here and get back to where we saw those restaurants a moment ago. Looks like some history here, maybe, of the center area. I'll let you Google Translate that on your phone if you like. Yeah, very, very cool area down here. This is the name. Konkatidry Zywiecka. Jeez, yeah, my Polish is pretty good. Kind of a nice afternoon slash evening down here now that the clouds have broken up. All right, Paul's here for now. I'm going to walk back around to the main commercial district and check that out. All right, so I give you a little detour here. That tower is where we just were moments ago, and I said I was going to head into the commercial district. But look at this, maybe a mere 50 meters, 50 yards from that area, you have this gigantic park with cobblestone pathways, mature trees, and I believe there's a fountain ahead, so I thought I'd walk down to the fountain and show that. And it's just jam-packed with friends and families that are riding their bicycles or sitting on the park bench having a beer, out walking their dog. Might have 3 generations there: grandparents, mother, kid. So through this way here, we'll get to the fountain. Hear a little nature overhead. Cut this way so I don't interrupt their photo. I mean, just how amazing is that? Within just a minute walk of the city center, you're out in the nature. That is not unique to Europe, though. Most towns in Europe actually have a park or some green space very, very near the city. It's very valued in the culture. Wow. Very nice. All right, now I'm going to make the commercial district of the Centrum here in Zywiec. Another view of the cathedral as the sun dips behind it. Another little tower out here. I'm not certain what that, I'm sure it's connected, but, and like every town in Europe, we have a city center square. How about that? Yeah, pretty cool little walk through the park back there. I did have a chance to go into the cathedral as well. One thing about Poland, it is the most active church-going country easily in Europe, maybe the world. And no surprise here, all the umbrellas are going to be of the local beer variety. Might as well have one, right? When in Rome, when in Zywiec, we shall have a Zywiec. The fountain's out here. The cooling mist tower, although not necessary today, we're probably upper 60s Fahrenheit, maybe 17, 18 degrees Celsius. The Polish flag flies proudly above the town of Zywiec. So I got a little stage up here. Oh, there you go. There's one beer that is not a Zywiec, from Nuremberg. We've had that one before. All right, we're gonna go find a Zywiec beer and say so long from Zywiec, as we got to go catch that train. Hope you enjoyed this little stopover.